Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Trading with Sergio. Monday, Bloody Monday, January 27th. Make a note of today. This could be a very important day for this year. We've got a lot going on today. As we all know, over the weekend, it seems like the whole AI world just was turned upside down. And this has massive ramifications on all parts of the market because, as we know, AI has been the buzzword for the last couple of years, at least year and a half, specifically in NVIDIA's case. Just sold something or bought something. And overnight, over the weekend, there was news that broke out that a company in China was able to produce AI or a large language model that is as good or better than OpenAI in a few short months with a fraction, literally a fraction of the cost, without using some of these massively expensive NVIDIA chips. And wherever NVIDIA goes is where the triple Qs go. I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks to a month now that I'm seeing disturbing signs in the market. The advanced decline line is been nothing to write home about, and the generals have been leading this charge of all indexes making all-time highs almost on a daily basis. And when the generals lead and the soldiers are already dead, that's the best analogy I can come up with. When the generals start getting shot, what happens, right? What we're experiencing happens. So, last couple of weeks, Apple got shot. Today, NVIDIA is getting shot, amongst many, many other chip stocks who are semi-generals or definitely not soldiers, such as Avagos, and AMD has been in the doghouse anyway. NVIDIA is right on top of its 200-day EMA. It seems like it's teetering on a breakdown. These big name stocks do not even get near their 200 EMA when they're in an uptrend, and they've been in uptrends for a couple of years. All because the buzzword AI. So every time a company, releases earnings reports, or, this really reminded me of the dot-com bubble. In those days, everything that had a .com behind it would double, triple, quadruple, and with no rhyme or reason whatsoever. And just, in fact, a few days ago, Oracle CEO Larry Ellison, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and Masa-san from SoftBank in Japan were in the White House promising that they're going to spend up to $500 billion in AI investments, and that goes into many different aspects of AI. Obviously, AI, as we know it, these large language models need data centers. Supposedly those data centers are getting built in Texas, and they require a lot of power. So what happened last week, all the nuclear stocks such as Oklo and NNE went nuts, double, triple. When things are going parabolic, I mean, I'm going to call myself lucky on that, but I do that quite a bit. I do these counter trend trades on things that go parabolic because, as we all know, parabolic does not end well, in most cases anyway. And sure enough, today, I mean, it's tough out there today, but luckily, knock on wood, you all know, if you know, we have our chat group on Telegram for members only, and many of us bought puts on these nuclear stocks such as Oklo and NNE, and this morning we cashed out with doubles and triples. So Actually, my account is up today quite a bit, but hopefully your account is as well. But if you're long the market, you're suffering at the moment. And I am adding certain things now. I'm not saying game over at all, right? The trend is still up. We're just having a massive down day. Most of these massive down days in the past have been bought, right? Buy the dips has been the rule for the last 2.5 years. We'll see if this is one of those as well. But a gap down and market just kind of giving up the ghost at the end of the day is probably what's going to happen. But we'll see. One day does not make a trend. Trade what's in front of you. So none of this is financial or trading advice, by the way. So with that opening, welcome to Power Hour. Not Power Hour. Power Hour is on Fridays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, where I get to talk about the macro economy and live Q&A, share my account. My account, by the way, I'm posting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the community page of the YouTube channel. Those are open positions. If you're going to tag along, you're more than welcome. But then I get in, I get out. What I do is very high risk. It's not for everyone. So again, not trading advice or financial advice. Do your own due diligence, follow at your own risk. So Mondays, so I have 3 live streams a week. First one is today, Mondays, called Trading with Sergio. On Fridays, we'll have Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And on Wednesdays, I do a members-only live stream for about an hour plus, called, Members Only Live. That's for just channel members only, not regular subscribers. So members get 4 extra live streams, which is a lot more one-on-one. That's one perk. Second perk is we have a Know Your Worth members only Telegram group. You have to be a member to be part of that. And the third thing you get as a member, which is $10 a month, which I think is ridiculous value. It's like a Big Mac meal. You're getting direct access to me. And the third thing you get is the t-shirt that I'm wearing, the Know Your Worth t-shirt. That's why we called our group, actually, the Telegram group, Know Your Worth group. And it's a $30 value. I will ship it to you, including shipping, completely free. And hoping that you stick around a few months and benefit and learn and get correct information. And so please support the channel, become a member. I think it's ridiculous value, and some of the members, if they're here, they will attest to that. What else is going on? Yeah, so AI world, turned upside down over the weekend. I mean, this was not expected. Okay, this was not out there, and I was reading about it that it's called Seeker R1. They did it in like 3-month period. They caught up to OpenAI and almost passed it. And yeah, it's wild, right? How these things come out of left field, because Wall Street would have known about it. This was not known for some reason. And that's why you're seeing the reaction you're seeing. So what's happening is that, look, all the market has massive amounts of premium built in because of AI, okay? Every single stock, from Microsoft to Amazon to, in fact, Zuckerberg of Meta just this weekend, he was doing an interview. He says, yeah, we're pumping in 60 billion. Now, if the Chinese were able to do it with a tiny fraction of the cost of these dollars, we're not even talking billions of dollars. And without those chips, where does NVIDIA belong? Are the US companies still going to heavily invest in AI now that they figured out that there may be another way? I mean, we have brilliant people working on these things. NVIDIA has been the general, as we know. Wonderful, wonderful company. But every company these days seems like they love talking about AI or introduce AI, in part of their business. Is the investment going to be worth it? Is AI basically, or large language models, are they all commoditized? Well, as we know, if a business gets commoditized, there is no pricing power. So we need to really now, wait for the dust to settle. And because of that, Bitcoin is selling off, but I started selling some cash secured puts on MSTU. In fact, last 15 minutes, I'll show you guys the positions. Again, I'll post the positions on my community page of the YouTube channel. It's easy to find. But what's going to happen to those data centers? Are they going to be built at that feverish pace that the Wall Street was expecting? A lot of earnings models are geared towards AI and that investment that's coming through, and those models need to be looked into. And when I say those models, they belong on every Mag 7 company. Obviously, Apple and Nvidia and Microsoft and Meta and Google and even Tesla and all these companies, right? All the Mag 7. And sure enough, we'll see the earnings are going to come out this next couple of weeks on all the Mag 7s, and we'll see if they talk about this, because there hasn't been too much commentary, because this literally came out of left field today over the weekend. And when I was looking at the futures last night, it was ugly. I mean, I'm talking ugly. I mean, NASDAQ at the last minute before I came on, I checked it. It was down 650 points to triple Qs. That's a big move, okay? 600 points is a massive, massive move. So, but that doesn't mean, we're going to go straight down or whatever. There's always things. I'm pretty sure a lot of the brilliant people that work on AI are going to start coming out, specifically from Nvidia and Meta and Google, because they're all working on these large language models, right? And these large language models do wonderful things. I mean, I'm using it. I use ChatGPT. I use Gemini. They're introducing it into my cell phone now. I can read my emails. If it's a long email, give me recaps. I mean, look, it's going to make my life easier. I am using AI. In fact, for the channel, there is a software called Opus Pro that when I, like, for example, this live stream that I'm doing, I can upload it in there and it'll cut shorts for YouTube Shorts up to a minute for me by the dozens within like 15 minutes. All I have to do is slap a thumbnail on it and put it as a short on YouTube. Instead of paying somebody to edit it and do this, it edits it, it adds B-roll, it does everything that a human is supposed to do, and then within a minute I have 25 shorts that I can pump on YouTube. Think about the productivity gain, right? And it's like $20 a month. It's called Opus Pro. So I am using it quite a bit, not to the level that, and I'm sure it's going to keep improving. So, but we need to really now take a break from all of this not nonsense, but craziness. And I don't think the comparisons are valid. A lot of people compare it to the dot-com bubble of the 2000. I don't think AI is anywhere near that. But a lot of earnings models considered AI and the future potential increase in earnings. They included it in there. So are they going to start ratcheting back? Are some of these Mag 7 companies, when they come out with their earnings, going to talk about this issue? I haven't seen too much commentary yet, but I've seen from our good friend at Roth Partners, MKM, they sent me an email, as they do. They're an analyst firm. I don't watch CNBC specifically for one reason, which is Mr. Kramer. I mean, I don't care, honestly. But the point I'm trying to make is Roth is thinking that, yes, this business is commoditized. All these billions and billions of dollars are being spent on these large language models may not be worth it. And, we'll see. We'll see where this game is going to go. But today was a massive shock to pretty much every company that's working on AI, that the Chinese are ahead. Now, there's two things that are going to happen here. Those investments are going to slow down. NVIDIA is not going to be able to sell chips. Future earnings estimates are going to have to get cut. And, all these stocks are selling at a very, very lofty levels as they are, especially forward earnings. So yeah, a lot has to change over the next couple of months, probably. This dust has to settle down first. First couple of days of selling will get out of the way. We'll get that cap bounce probably, and then we'll see where it goes. The other thing that's affecting it is Bitcoin. So I DCA'd more again this morning. I do not trade Bitcoin. I said this a million times. Do not trade Bitcoin. You buy Bitcoin, you put it in your cold wallet or keep it on Coinbase wallet and then move on. But I do trade the surrogates, like I have done multiple times over the last couple of months with MSTU, which is the 2x ETF of MicroStrategy, MSTR. Usually I start selling cash secured puts, weekly, right? Not go longer than a week. The returns have been phenomenal on those. Ultimately, I get called away. I sell calls against it. It's called like a wheel strategy, let's say. But the premiums are there, and today the premiums are expanding heavily. I mean, even on the indexes, I'm seeing 17, 18, 19 IV implied volatility. Usually they're down to 11s and 12s. And VIX is taking a big leg up today. So there's a lot to watch, a lot to talk about. So put your questions and comments. I'll answer them one by one. I don't think I forgot anything. So yeah, Bloody Monday. We'll see. We'll see where we're going to end up. I am nibbling, on certain things. As I said, you guys will see. But if you look at the community page from Friday, I had 60 puts on OKLO with an average cost of about $1.30. I sold them at close to 4 this morning, right at the open. Stock opened down 10 points. Did I know this was happening? No, but it was going parabolic, so I was just going in a counter trend move. And I also had 30 puts on NNE, Nanonuclear. Those with an average cost about 165, 170. Those were sold at 4 as well, or 3.5 to 4 range. That's about a double and a half. The point I'm trying to make is I did not know this was coming, but what I figured is that these stocks are going parabolic. They're going to have come back down to earth, and I'm just going to call it lucky trade. I was not expecting it to happen in one day. I was expecting this to happen in a couple of weeks, maybe a week or so. Those counter trend rallies, with counter trend trades are risky, but if you do it with options, limited risk, obviously, and they work. And this morning, obviously, worked beautifully. So, and I was not long, so I liquidated those. Now I'm selling some cash secured puts on MSTU. And Bitcoin obviously was about 106, 107 and tanked to like 97, 98 and back up to 99, I think. Again, Bitcoin is not to be traded. So Bitcoin, could it go to 90? Of course it could. If it goes, I'll add to the cash secured puts. The reason I do cash secured puts is my intent, or not my, if they, I'm doing it weekly, first of all, very short term. I'll give you the math on it in a minute when I show you guys my position screen. But the reason I'm doing it is I want to get assigned, right? Because Bitcoin is in this wide trading range, let's say between 92 and 110. And every time we pull back like this, MSTU a couple 3 days ago was like 13.5. I'm selling $9 puts for like almost $1 now. So if I do get assigned, I'll get assigned at $8, and then immediately, after Friday, if I do get assigned, if the stock ends up above 9.5, then they will all expire worthless. I'll do it again. But if I do get assigned, which got assigned last time, I sold the calls twice, and then on the second week got taken away. It's like an ATM machine, because my account is, as of this morning, when I sold the puts that I had, my account was like 90% cash. Well, I got to create some return, so I'll sell the puts, and if I do get assigned, I get assigned. If you do cash secure puts, your intent has to be getting assigned meaning getting put, right? You can roll, of course, but on this situation, my intent is to getting assigned and getting put on the shares, and then sell the calls, create some more return for another week, all by 1 week at a time. And if I can create maybe 3-4% return a week with the between the puts and the calls, I think that's pretty good because, you know, the cash in the account, I mean, it's not paying me. It's in money market, gets swept, but it's not paying me really that much. So 3 to 4% return a week on a portion of the account. I would say maybe 20% of the account is fine. The other thing I'll finish with that is this is the last week of the month. Last year, I put my results up. I was up 120%. I always start the year with 50K, 50,000, and then I ended the year about 108. I did a recap video. You're going to go check it out. Full transparency on this channel. I don't hide anything. I don't add any money into that account. If I lose it, it's not going to kill me. Obviously, nobody wants to lose. So 120% was a decent year. But this year, I predicted the volatility is going to pick up. Sure enough, volatility has picked up, and volatility is my friend, not everybody's friend. You have to be nimble, a lot more nimble. A lot of people blow accounts during volatility because they're also used to buying every dip. That one time they buy the dip, they just go heavy and then size incorrectly and then blow accounts. So you got to be really careful. This is the time actually. You guys got to listen to the 3 P's: patience, position, and planning. You have to be patient. You have to learn how to sit on your hands on markets like this. You're not missing anything. Number 2 is positioning, position size, not correct position like up or down or whatever, but you need to make sure that your position size is correct, and always keep some powder dry. So on markets like this, when it gets really volatile, I try to keep at least 30 to 40% in dry powder, because opportunities do present themselves. So this year I left the account as is at 108. I didn't take any money out because volatility, I think, is going to help me create a decent return again this year. And so at the end of each month or first week of the next month, I will put up the account, it up, down. So for me, the important thing is I trade equity. I could have 15 positions in an account. It really is meaningless to me if one does really well, like two positions in puts were great, right? But then, I look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard for me is equity. If I have $1 at the end of the month, I have $1.10. That's 10% return, period. That includes unrealized gains, realized gains, all the trades, whatever not. So with full transparency, I'm going to start doing that every month at the end of each month or first week of the next month. A recap of the past month where the account is, where the account equity is, so you guys can keep track of what it is. There's one other gentleman on YouTube that does it fully transparently. I enjoy that. There are a lot of jockeys out there that they go, oh, I made $1 million here, $1 million there. I'm like, okay, cool. But they don't really show much. So to me, important thing is transparency. So let's see. Good morning, Tahoe King. Good morning, Craig. Yes, well worth the membership. Definitely grab a membership. $10 a month. It literally is like a Big Mac, less than a Big Mac meal these days. You get a $30 t-shirt free. You get direct access. You get access to the Telegram chat group, which wonderful ideas are coming around there. So over there, I post my trades live. You follow, you follow. You don't follow, you don't follow. Again, my trades are not for everyone. My account size is different. Your account size is different. That's all I can say. And you get also a weekly live stream where we see each other face to face on StreamYard. I put you on, and then we have like a community meeting going on, and we're all wearing our Know Your Worth t-shirts. So those are the benefits of becoming a member. So let's see where the market's at. Oh, let's answer this question before I go any further. How did the Chinese do it with 6 million? So many questions about Max. Yeah, exactly. So there are many questions about efficiency in our government these days through Doge. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm looking at it, a lot of earnings numbers have AI in there. Not only the expenses, the expenditures, but how much it's going to improve every company's bottom line. Look, you're spending billions and billions of dollars into this. You need the ROI, you need return. Are those returns overblown? Is there even going to be a return if this is a commoditized business, right? We know what happens to commodity businesses, right? One competitor undercuts the other one, and this race to the bottom. So we'll see, especially on the enterprise level, right? I mean, on an individual level, yeah, I use it. I pay $20 to OpenAI, the 4.5 or whatever it is, but I use it. But enterprise level, they're going to have, thousands of employees using these things, the licensing that goes into it, the costs. And is it worth for a Microsoft to spend 50 billion, or is it worth for a Meta to spend 60 billion? These are not joke numbers. They were talking billions of dollars. Is it worth SoftBank, Oracle, and OpenAI put in 500 billion investment into AI to build these data centers to accelerate the improvements on the large language models? So a lot of earnings have that ratcheted in. And the analysts are going to start now cutting it. And when they do cut it, and when the stocks are overinflated and selling at 30, 40, 50 forward PE, yeah, we have problems, Houston. So, but again, to me, I trade what's in front of me. I know what I need to do when something gets to where it gets to. I do it robotically, really. I don't think much about it. That's the third P, which is the planning. I have the plan ready. If it gets there, I'm going to execute it. It goes right, goes right, goes wrong, goes wrong. Nobody's 100%. If they tell you they are, run the other direction. They're scamming you. So to me, important thing is just know what you're doing. Pay attention to your account size and your position size, and watch your equity. Equity don't lie. At the end of the day, you're looking at your account. You're up 10%, down 4%, 3%, whatever it is, just a percentage. You're going to have 100 positions in an account. They all are going to get marked to market, and then account equity is going to show something. That's your scoreboard. Scoreboard don't lie. It never does. Okay. So with that said, good morning, Macrobaked. What's happening? Macrobaked, you should become a member. So with that said, let's look at the positions. Let's see what I did, because there were a couple of dings while I was doing it. Okay, so you all can see this, I hope. Yeah, look at those puts now. Holy crap, they're collapsing. Okay, so let's go with positions. I have 15,000 shares of Werewolf Biotech. And I just bought, actually, I'm going to buy another probably 500 shares of that. RB Robotics, I have 4,000 shares of that. Let's buy another 500 shares at 241. I'm using Thinkorswim platform, by the way, so you guys know. Okay, we put the order in. So I started selling MSTU cash secured puts. I sold the 9.5 puts, 9 puts, and now I'm selling the 8.5 puts. I sold the 9.5 at 90 cents average, the 9s at 70 cents average, and the 8.5s it's going to be about 70 cent average, somewhere in that range. And I have done 10, 10, 5, one more 5, it'll be 30. So 30 is 3,000 shares at the moment. I'll stay there. I have Cooler Technology, April, 2.5, 7.5 debit spreads. I started buying some triple Q calls, maybe just for the day. Let's see, I'm up to 15. I have it every 25 cents down. I started buying it at $4. I was long the puts on NNE and Oklo. Actually, I can't believe Oklo is in the money now. Those puts, I had the 30 puts. I sold them around 370 and 4. They're $5. And I had the 30 puts on Nanonuclear. Those are over 4, so I sold those about 370, 380 range. So yeah, that's where the account is at. Account is up today, actually large, but I will share the numbers with you all at the first week of next week, or at the start of February. Yeah, first week of February. And What else is going on? Let's see. So those are the positions. I will post these positions. I will post these positions on the community page of the YouTube channel. Okay. What else? What else is going on? So yeah, DeepSeek R1 is the name of the new large language model. What did we buy? We bought 500 more shares of RB at 241. We're buying it right on top of the 50 EMA. Give me 1 second. I'm also looking at my small Robinhood account. I should start posting that. What do you guys think? Should I start posting that again? The account I started last, like, I don't know. When I started the channel, I started with $1,000. I started a Robinhood account with $1,000 to see what I can do with 1,000. I think I just hit 5,000 today. Yeah, I should start posting that on the community page as well. So yeah, those are the positions, and you know, I do what I need to do. When they get there, I'll do it. I don't have to think much about it. Will they be all winners? Probably not. Will they be all losers? Probably not. But then, you know, it is what it is. You just do it. You execute when you need to execute. What else? That's about it on the position. So what else am I looking at? I'll trade out of those triple Qs on a rally, make a few bucks. MSTU 875. So I'm definitely looking to sell some more puts there. So the idea is this, right? So I'm selling the 9.5, 9 and 8.5 puts on MSTU, which is the proxy 2x ETF of MSTR MicroStrategy. And okay. So 9.5, there's the, stock is 870, so in the money by 80 cents. So if it stays like this, I will get assigned. Nines, I will get assigned if it stays like this at 870. 850s will expire worthless. These are all expiring this Friday, coming up in 4 days. So in fact, let me sell, what did I sell those at? Yeah, let me sell 5 more of the 950s. 125. So 125, 950 minus 125 will be what? 825. So my cost will be 825. Let's do that 130. So it'll be 820. All right, the order is in at 130. I'll just change it to 125 maybe. Let me see. Yeah, let's go with 125. So live trading for you guys. There you go. Usually it doesn't happen, but then when the market's like this volatile, it's busy, I do it. 125. Let's do that. Okay, order is in. 125 is my offer. 861 low. I'll probably get those off. Let's look at I want to get like maybe 4,000 shares if I do get signed. Maybe 5,000 shares. And then turn around and sell the calls. So for an idea, let's say, if the stock is here, I get assigned a couple thousand shares. I'll go sell the 9.5 or $10 calls. So let's look at it's actually premature. Let's not do that. I want to also sell 5 more of the 9s at $1. That'll give me cost of 8 if I get assigned. This is all under the premise that I'm getting assigned. If I don't get assigned, they will all expire worthless if the stock is over. Okay, we did that. And I have another 5, so there'll be, if I do all of these, it'll be 4,000 shares for today. 4,000 shares equal, actually. Okay, that's fine. We're good. Triple Qs, my average cost is 375. I mean, today's high is 520. Yeah, if I make a buck out of those on a rally, I don't mind. What else? That's about it. So let's look at some charts. Actually, let me go back to the front screen. Let's see if you guys have any questions. All right, let's see if you guys go. Hey, you took my word. Boom. Macro baked. Okay, macro baked. Please send me your t-shirt size and physical address so I can send you the t-shirt. Kyle, I don't know if he's here or not. WeZoom is his YouTube name. He manufactures those. No, not. I swing trade. So, are you holding triple Q long term? No, just trading it. I don't hold much long term. Sometimes certain stocks I hold long term, but options no. Like options that I bought last Thursday, Friday on these nuclear stocks that were going nuclear, but now they're going imploding nuclear. Sold them a little prematurely, but I sold them in the triples, doubles, and a half triples. So no, I'm just looking for a trade, quick scalp. Maybe today, maybe next couple days on a bounce. If there is a bounce, if there's no bounce, I'll take my loss and get out. So yeah, macrobake. Sergio at sergioavedian.com. Send me your t-shirt size. It's high quality merch. You can wear it forever. And if you do join, now that you're a member, you should join every Wednesday. So please, if you do become a member, turn on all notifications, because sometimes I change the time of the members only live from 3 p.m. sometimes to 12 p.m., sometimes to 1 p.m. because my son's soccer schedule, that takes precedence. By the way, Vamos Barca, we schmacked Villarreal 7-1 yesterday. Although I feel bad for my buddy Chris. Kansas City beat Buffalo. This year, I was an honorary Buffalo fan, so I don't know. I feel bad for him because he lives in Buffalo. He's a huge Buffalo fan. I guess their trip is over to the Super Bowl, so Kansas City could go for a three-peat. That's unbelievable, actually, if you guys think about it. So Macrobake, please do that. I will ship the t-shirt, physical address, as well as your t-shirt size. And if you do join on Wednesdays, our members only live, we all wear the t-shirt. I know this week you won't, but next week you should have it by then. Our group name is called, and then also when you email me, I will send you the Telegram chat groups link. All you have to do is click join Telegram. So we're all talking, exchanging ideas. Really, really awesome. That's right, baby. That's why I like Macrobake. See, that's right. Yeah, we hate Real Madrid. This. And Craig says, do some options on RH as well. Craig, I just not gonna do anything because I to do it. I mean, we're trying to make money, bro. We're trying to either get killed or kill one or the other one. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not gonna just do it just to do it. Okay, so back to the screen. I'll get back to questions later. Okay, so we put the options at 125 on that. We put the other ones at $1. We put the other ones at 80 cents. Okay. We want another 500 shares of that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. So far, so good. Let's look at some charts. Let's do that. See, this is MSTU, which is 2x ETF of MSTR, right? Okay, so it goes between, let's say, because of MSTR, by the way. So MSTR goes up 10%. This will go up 20%. MSTR goes down 10%. Okay, down 10%. This will go down 20%. So MSTR is just kind of going sideways. And so this is mirroring it, but with a 2x. There's certain slippage in these, by the way, so be careful. Very careful with 2x ETF. They're daily return tools. They're not to be bought and held for months and months. You will lose all your money. That's why I do it with options. So, for example, when I got put last time, I sold the 11 calls. I got called away on a Friday. I did it again. I sold the 11 calls again. I got called away. So MSTU last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago, high was 1388. So if I do get assigned, my average cost will be probably about 8, 8.25. Then I'll turn around, sell the 10 calls for the week, take some more money in, lower my cost basis. If I don't get called away, I'll do it again next week. I'll do it again next week. This basically is going sideways. Now, if Bitcoin breaks down to go 50,000, MicroStrategy breaks down to 200, yeah, this thing is going to go to 4. Then we'll see what happens, right? But I usually don't pay any attention to what could happen. But when it happens, I know what to do. You got to take losses. Nobody, if anybody says I don't have losses, good luck. So this is the S&P 500, massive gap down today. Actually, S&P 500 is looking a little bit better than the triple Qs because triple Qs has the Max 7 in there. So 611 high on Friday. We are at 592. So we're taking a little beating today. Maybe down about 1.8% on that. Uptrend still exists. Channel still exists. Long-term uptrend nowhere near 200 EMA. Nowhere near it. Okay, so let's not panic yet. Okay. Triple Qs are doing a little bit worse. Triple Qs are down about 3.25% today. Big gap down, left at a little island top up there because we had gapped up. Retested the high. Now, we're still inside the Bollinger Bands. 200 EMA at 481.5. We're 512, nowhere near it. Good support down to about 500. That's about it. I mean, by the way, I don't draw charts. I don't draw lines on my charts, too many. Let's go with the Max 7. Apple. Weird. Apple was breaking down, tested the 200 EMA, kissed it a couple of times. In fact, it kissed it 3 times. And if it wasn't for Apple, triple Qs would look a lot worse today. Okay. It's bouncing back. It's been under its 50 EMA, 20 EMA. It held the 200 EMA for now. MACD is kind of oversold, kind of turning. So thank God to Apple. Triple Q would be down another percent actually. This is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is toying with this 200 EMA. It's right on it. I mean, when I say right on it, it literally is right on it. It broke through this morning, got a little selling going, pretty decent heavy volume on the downside. This also retested the high and it failed at 151-ish, and now we're at 120. I'd be really careful with NVIDIA here. So, a lot of you will say, oh, I'm going to sell cash secure puts and I want to own the stock. I'm like, be careful. These big name stocks, look how long NVIDIA has been above its 200 EMA. When something breaks down under its 200, okay, NVIDIA has been above its 200-day moving average since February of last year. No, February of last year. And now today we may be breaking under it. So be careful with these, okay? There's a lot of downside on these. I'm not saying it is going to happen. All I'm saying is watch out. Stocks like this don't usually toy with the 200 EMA. This is Meta. Meta, amazing, man. It's up today. Holy crap. Wow, amazing. Amazon. And they all bounced too. Look at that. Amazon kissed a 20 EMA and then bounced right back up. Microsoft is down today, I know. Microsoft is down about 3%, keeping pace like NVIDIA. I did something else. Oh, I just sold those 9.5 puts at 125. Okay, so I'm done with those. I'm done with the 9.5s. Because MSTU is at 865. I'm done with the 9.5s. Okay, so I got 15 of those, so that's enough. So I have, what do I have? I have 5 more at $1 on the 9s, which will give me a cost of 8 if I do get assigned. That's 15, that's 3. Okay, that's enough. And then I have 5 already out So 5 more at 80 cents of the 8.5, which will give me cost of 770s. Okay, that's fine. So that'll be 4,000 shares. That's enough. If I do get assigned all of them, okay? And if it rallies, if Bitcoin rallies, MicroStrategy rallies, MSTU rallies, then they'll expire worthless, creating some cash flow. What else? We looked at Amazon, Google. Yeah, Google's down a little bit, not much. I mean, these stocks are holding well. Triple Q, I just showed Triple Q, 5, 12, 60. If we hold here, this is like the 2-minute chart. You know, we opened down at 510, bounced to about 518, and we're just kind of rolling and holding here. The reason I bought the calls for a couple days is I may see a bounce to 518 again, retest the high, and then roll over. So by then, the calls probably will be up 25-30%. I usually don't trade index calls that much. More like an individual stock type of a guy. Let's see where we are. Okay, charts. All right, let's look at some charts of my watch list. Okay, I've been talking very positively about the Chinese stocks, and I did not know this was going to happen. The reason I was doing it is not because they have beat OpenAI, is because I think they're completely undervalued and sold out because of the tariffs supposedly that are coming around. So, for example, stocks like AI, which had done well. Let's look at the daily charts. Yeah, so the stock was as high as 45. We're down to 30 range. 200 EMA is about 30. So anything to do with AI was doing this, going up. Now anything to do with AI probably is going to go down for a little bit. AMD, people ask me about AMD, keep asking me about AMD, just makes lower lows, lower highs. I don't see anything positive about AMD. Somebody said on my group text, is RB breaking down? Yeah, a little bit. You know, it's on its 50 EMA. They diluted already. I'm happy to hold the shares at this level. Maybe add another 500 shares down to 220 level. Not concerned. You know, it's just another trade, man. I can't live and die with trade. Avago is definitely, which is Broadcom, is getting absolutely smacked today. Down about 18%, down 44 points. I think Nancy owns a bunch of this. She may be wrong, but long story short, I'm very positive. What is green on my screen? Alibaba. Alibaba, I need to get back in. I was in here when I first started the channel. I was long. Okay, so I have 2 accounts: one trading account, wild trading account, one investment account, long-term hold account. I was long in the mid-70s. You guys can go back, check those live streams I was doing when I first started the channel. It ran to about 120. I took my profits back to 70s, 75, 80. Breaking out above 200. I mean, I like these Chinese stocks, especially now that they can create AI for so cheaply. Another stock that's getting smacked today, anything to do with energy, providing to the AI's data centers, is getting shot. BE, which is Bloom Energy, that was doing extremely well. Now we're just today it's down 28%. So Baba, Baidu are green today on a day that the market's eating it. So these stocks are extremely undervalued on 2 reasons now. I was thinking tariffs is just going to be one. It's already announced. It's priced in. Saber rattling. Not much is going to happen. But now they have the AI power. Supposedly they're using that thing with amazing results. So another one is Bilibili. BILI. You know, I may do some structured trades there. Sell some cash secured puts and buy some calls, do like a synthetic long there. I'll let you guys know. I did sell cash secured puts when Kava got down. This was one of my big winners, year and 5 months of 5x actually. When it got down to about 110, I sold cash secured 110 puts. I want to own it again. I sold it in the like 130 range. I had bought it in the 30 range. Ran to 172. I think it got a little ahead of itself. I love the company. I love the food. I love the stock. What else is going on? Let's see. Carvana had a round tripper. Yeah. That's a massive sell-off. 275. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. One of my big winners also Carvana. I bought it about 32, sold it about like 180 range, and then it ran to 270. I'm like, yeah, a little too much. And then he came down to earth because I think there was a company I think it was Hindenburg Research. They said, no, we're shorting it. It's a piece of garbage. I'm like, okay, whatever. Everything is getting shot today. You know, Robinhood is getting shot, but then none of these are like, I mean, they're all in uptrends. You're just pulling back. These are all sold something else. Selling the other puts. MSTU must be going down. Okay, we'll handle it. Yeah, a lot of these crypto mining stocks, they're just getting shot. Wow, look at Mara down 17.5. MSTR down 30 now. That's why MSTU must be going down. Yep. So MSTR could literally test 285. Then MSTU will be assigned to me, pretty much. And MSTU is at 860 now. That's why I sold some of those $9 puts. I think 4,000 shares will be enough. Micron was okay, living okay, and now just shot down 14%. Nike's bouncing today. Well, it should bounce when the market's down. So these are the nuclear stocks that are shorted. Nano Nuclear, 48 high, 32 today in one day. Although this thing was 20, ran to 48 in literally like 8 days, 7 days. When things go parabolic, they don't end well. And this is Oklo, which is, by the way, Sam Altman, OpenAI, has a massive shareholder in this. That thing hit 43.70 on Friday. We're under 30 today. Yeah, these are all, you know, they were doing great because supposedly these large language models, OpenAI and other ones are working on, require massive amounts of energy. Well, I guess the Chinese figured that out, didn't they now? So yeah, I'm definitely going to structure some trades around those Chinese stocks or the Chinese, you know, or the, you know, I'm trying to stay with the with the Mag 7 of China, basically, like Baidu, Billy, JDSU, Baba, right? Amazon for Baba, Baidu for Google. So I'm trying to stay with those names, with the big names in China, not some trash that I'm dealing with. We know how the quantum computing game ended. They're getting shot today. What else? I don't know. Not much. Just do things when they get to you. SoFi. Where's SoFi? Yeah, earnings came out today. I guess they didn't like it, but today's a wrong day to come out with even decent earnings. Nobody's going to listen to you. And triple Q. Yeah, 512.50. Okay, no big deal. So when counter trend thing happens, when the markets sell off, what happens? There's flight to quality that happens, right? TLT, I've been talking about TLT. That's the 20-year iShares ETF, inverse ETF, by the way. So when TLT is going up, that means interest rates are going down. So TLT was 102 when Fed started cutting rates, and so far it looks like it bottomed at about 85. So Fed cut the rates by 100 basis points, and TLT, which is the bond market, and bond market doesn't listen to anybody but themselves, and bond market's always right. Always listen to the bond market. Yeah, it sold off from 110 to 85, and 5-year note is about, it almost hit 5%. I mean, 10-year note almost hit 5%. So Fed's cutting the rates by 100 basis points, and the market's raising the rates by 100 basis points. It's the first time I've seen that happen in my 30 plus years. Upstart, one of my favorites. I will definitely give this a shot about 55. Just consolidating. Had the catalyst in the like 30 range, got up to 88. Zim Integrated, I'm putting that. That's the shipping company. Right on support, right about 15. It's already 17. We'll see what that happens. The other thing is I don't want to do is I don't want to overtrade now. Stick to what's working. Just because you made a couple of bucks doesn't mean you need to overtrade. Yeah, I don't want to deal with those. So yeah, that's about it, people. Interesting day, to say the least. Yeah, somebody said RB broke down. Is it really? Yeah, I mean, it says a bear flag. It just broke through the bear flag. It looks like a bear flag, no doubt. I mean, a lot of analysts are raising, and they just diluted in the 320 range. Okay, sold $30 million worth of shares, so they have enough cash now. They're in the right group, robotics. Not much AI really. So to me, stock was like $1.60 to $2 range for a while, forever. Broke out, high volume, good catalyst. They're getting contracts for their robots. Institutions pay $320 to play the game. I'm paying $245, $250. I'm okay with it. Just another trade, man. You can't live and die with every trade. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay. Alrighty. That's about it. If you guys have any questions about stocks or whatever not, please let me know. Let's see where we are. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. MSTU 856 now. Interesting. So I have 5 more to sell at 80 and that'll do it. Those will be the 8.5s. Just looking at the positions over. I'm trying to add to my debit spread 2.5 April, 2.5, 7.5 debit spread about 45 cents. That's like a 11x if it does work out on KULR. Wow, look at those all close. Almost $5. Holy crap, paid like $1.25 for those on Friday and Thursday. Can't talk about what happened in the past. You did the trade, it worked out great, you leave it alone. That's all there is to it. All right, looks like we're going to start the ATM machine again on the MSTU. Okay, sounds good. All right, let's get back to the front screen. Let's answer some more questions. All right, questions. Okay. Okay, look at my members, man. Then please do the watch list on RH, since that is what a lot of members started with. What do you mean watch list on RH? I'm trading off this watch list on RH. I don't have a watch list. Oh, yeah. It's the same as the one I have on my phone. So, okay, we can do that. Hey, man, $10 a month. I'm working hard. Good morning. I'm thinking that the massive power consumption currently required to support AI technology might soon become a thing of the past. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's why everything is getting shot. Back of the shack there. I guess I'm stating the obvious with my last post, but still, I'll be staying away from nuke stocks for now. Yeah. Well, you should have bought the puts. Did you buy the puts? Like we did? They are cutting rates while inflation. Yep. 100%. See? I completely agree. Who's the crypto guy? When is the crypto guy coming in? What do you mean? You elaborate a little bit. Oh, you mean Matt? He's in already. I think we'll probably do it on Wednesday because he said he'll show up. So I have a data analysis guy in the member group. He's a PhD student or PhD candidate. We're talking heavy hitters here. I'm structuring the trades. He's looking at data analysis. That's his strength. Matt, who's also in the chat, Telegram chat, is I'm not going to say anybody's an expert, but he knows a lot more than I do about crypto and shitcoins and whatever. I know enough about Bitcoin. The rest, I don't know. Wednesday, Rich. I think he said Wednesday. You know, he has a day job. So, yeah, he said Wednesday he'll join. All right. So that's where we are. You all stay healthy. We'll see you. We'll see the members on Wednesday. So please, channel is growing. Subscribe, thumbs up, share. And if you become a member, turn on all notifications so you know when I post a member or schedule the members live or any other live, like today's live or Friday's Power Hour. You get a notification half hour before I go live so you don't miss it. And if you do miss it, a members live or Power Hour or Trading with Sergio, you can always watch the replay as a subscriber or a member. So members only can watch a replay of the members live. It's not to the public. It's not to the regular subscribers. So thank you for doing that. Macrobig, take care. Be well. You'll learn a lot if you don't know already. We have some wonderful people on that chat group. So email me, sergio@sergioavedian.com, your t-shirt size and your physical mailing address, and you will get one of these. It'll be black though, nicer. And what else? That's it. Okay, cool. You all have a nice day. Be safe. Be careful. Markets got to do what it's got to do. What did they say? Bulls make money. Bears make money. Pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig. Don't cry over spilled milk. Oh, I sold it when it was up 100%. And I don't know anyone that went broke by taking profits. Anyone, ever. So all these things, learn, and be well. Okay, I'll see you guys. I'll see the members on Wednesday. Probably have to change the time. I'll look at my son's soccer schedule, probably about 1 o'clock again, or maybe 12:30. If not, it'll be usual 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Friday, Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And Trading with Sergio every Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. You all have a nice day. Let's make some more money this week. Let's finish January strong. Let's see how it goes. And then I'll talk about that at the end of the month or first week. Bye. Much love.